Griffins and welcome to our 6 o'clock Sunday story time.
We are 2 year 6 Griffins. My name's Grace and this is Tia.
Today we're going to be reading Coming to England by Fuella Benjamin. I've picked this book because it's a very inspiring story about the wondrous generation. Let's get started. My name is Fuella. I lived on a beautiful island of Trinidad with Mommy, Daddy and my brothers and sisters. One day at breakfast, Daddy saw an advert in the newspaper. "We've been invited to go to England," he said. Daddy had always wanted to be a jazz musician in England, so he packed his saxophone and his suitcase and set off. We didn't want Daddy to leave Trinidad, but the house still left happy with my 2 sisters, 3 brothers, Mommy and me.
Every day at school before the lesson started, all the children sang God Save the Queen. We learned that Trinidad was part of the British Empire. We learnt about England, far away on the other side of the world. We imaged Daddy there playing his saxophone, wearing a coat to keep him warm. I dreamt of meeting the Queen.
Each day we went to the market to buy mangoes, breadfruit and sweet potatoes. The months went past in the hot season. We had to move very slowly. Then when the wet season came, we would dance outside under the huge warm raindrops. After a year, Daddy left. Mommy packed her bags and went to join me in England. She took my little sister Cynthia and brother Junior with her. Sandra and I had to stay behind with our wicked auntie and wait for Mommy's letters. One day, a letter arrived from Mommy. It said we are finally going to England. We jumped for joy. Even better, our brother Lester and Ellington were coming as well. Now it was our turn to pack. We didn't have any warm clothes, but we packed our prettiest dresses.
It took 15 days to sail to England. We saw flying fish and seagulls. The ship was like a floating skyscraper, but our cabin was tiny. We got into all sorts of mischievous on the boats with no parents around. We even helped in the kitchen. The closer we got to England, the colder it became. We thought about our lessons on British history at school. What would England be like? It would be a cold iceberg, said Lester. Don't be silly, said Sandra. It won't be that cold.
On the day we arrived in Southampton, we did agree on one thing. We all put on our best clothes in case we were going to meet the Queen. We didn't see the Queen at the door, but Mommy was there waving up at us. I thought she looked like an angel. She gave me the biggest hug and a blue knitted cardigan to keep me warm. "Let's go home," she said. We found ourselves in a land of fast underground trains and moving staircases, but London didn't feel very welcoming and people weren't very kind.
We all lived in one room, so we missed our lovely big house in Trinidad. But we were a family again. Our new house might not be what we had expected, but we would work hard and life would be better. I was excited to start a new school, but our classmates had never seen a black child before. They called us names. They don't ask us to play with them, I told Marianne. But after a while, we became friends.
At first, coming to England was not as nice as I thought it would be, but little by little we settled in and it felt like home. I still dreamt of meeting the Queen.
And one day, when I was all grown up, I did.
Hope you enjoyed listening to our 6 o'clock story time, as it's based on a true story all about Fuella Benjamin and her journey coming to England. And if you ever get a chance in the library to read it, make sure you do.
Hope you have a good night's sleep, Griffins.
Good night.